Hi everyone. We have two more letters that start with the undercurve handwriting stroke for our lowercase letters. So today we're going to be moving on to letters J and P. So both of those letters are just like the letter F. They are going to dip below the baseline. So we have to get used to doing that. A lot of letters meet on the baseline. So these will be dipping below. So let's first take a look at the letter J. So for the letter J, you'll simply make an I to start. So you undercurve, you'll come up to the midline, and then you'll come down, but now this time you're going to be looping under the baseline, and you're going to loop to the left. You see how I did that? I'm going to come back up and touch here, and it's going to cross over my first line that I made. Okay, so that is the letter J. Let's practice one more time. So we undercurve, we come to the midline, come down, make our loop, and curve up to the midline, and we'll put our dot there. Okay, so letter J is a little bit tricky. Get used to going below that baseline when you're writing the letter J. All right, so let's see. We can make the word jet, since we know J-E-T. So I'll undercurve, I'll come up, make my letter J, and then I'm going to loop up to the E now. Come up and make my T. And then at the end, I'll cross my T and dot the I. Remember, the letter T crosses a little bit above that midline, and you always want to wait till the end to do both of those. Okay, so let's practice that on our board. Pull your boards down, and we're ready. We're going to start with the undercurve. We'll undercurve up to the midline. We'll make our I, come down, loop to the left, cross over, go to the midline, and dot our J. Let's try one more time. So we undercurve, go to the midline, come down below the baseline, curve up to the midline again, and then dot the J. All right, and our letter P also is going to dip down below the baseline. So let's try the letter P. So we undercurve, we come up, and we're going to come down, same as J. We're going to loop to the left, follow this line up, and this time we're going to make the letter P, and that's a similar letter P that you're used to when you write your manuscript letter P. It's the same type of curve, it's just a little bit slanted. Okay, so make sure that you're having that slant again. Okay, turning your book. So we'll undercurve again, come down, loop to the left, just like we did the letter J, follow this line up and make the letter P, and then go to our midline. So maybe we can write the word, you know what, let's try the word push, because I believe we learned P, U, S, and H. Okay, so let's try push. So here we have P, we'll go down, loop around, make the belly of the letter P, and we come up to the midline, we'll make our letter U, curve down, now we're going to come up for the letter S, curve up to the headline for H, and there is the word push. So I notice sometimes even my letters aren't really on an angle. This should really be a little bit more on an angle. Again, when I'm writing on the board, it's a little bit tricky because I don't have anything slanted. When I write with my paper, I slant it, and that helps me to get that good slant on my letters. So make sure that you're turning your book the way that you need to when you're handwriting. So let's try our lowercase p in the air on our air board. So we're ready. So we'll undercurve up, down below the baseline, loop around, just like we did the J. Make the letter P. Let's try one more time. So we undercurve up, come down, loop, your belly of the letter P, and go ahead and do your undercurve. All right, so letters J and P are on pages 57 and 58. You're going to be getting into some really long words. So here we have the word jewels. So for this time, you're going to be circling a word that you wrote that has really good joining lines. So if you really joined your letters together well, you'll circle that word. And then you'll go on to 58, and this is the letter P. And here you're going to circle your best letter P. Now you'll notice when you flip the book, there are going to be many pages with practice work. There won't be any other cursive handwriting videos for probably another week, or possibly even 2 weeks. So I made a lot of them for you so that you could take your time and really learn these letters. When you're finished with the videos, before I make the other down curve videos, you can go on to pages 58, 59, 60, 61, 62 and 63, 64 and 65. So these are all practice pages that you can apply the new skills that you learned. And then our next video in 1 to 2 weeks will be on page 67, the letter A. Please make sure you're not going ahead with the letter A. I would like you to practice all of the letters that you learned. So make sure you're going back and practicing all of those on those pages after the letter P that we just did. So you'll have a lot of practice pages, and I will see you back for our letter A lesson in 1 to 2 weeks. Bye, Sharks.